Trae Young dropped 14. Oh my God. No, say it ain't so. Brandon Ingram, please don't do this to me. 28 games for Trae Young. He tore his MCL. There was like 40 seconds. Our two best players are injured for 30 plus games. Welcome in everybody to another episode of the Hawks franchise. Today we're going to be getting into season number 3. And before we get into this video, two things. Number one, be sure to like the video if you enjoy Hawks franchise. You guys have been killing the support and I really appreciate it. And number two, if you go to my community tab either on YouTube or in the Discord, if you're a part of the Discord, link will be in the description, you can vote on the next team I will be rebuilding. Now, I'll be flirting with some 10-year rebuilds down the line. Those will be much longer videos, but in this situation that I'm referring to as far as my next rebuild, I'm not talking about the way that this Hawks franchise is. I'm talking about 4 or 5 years, take a team, see if we can win a championship with them, make aggressive moves. Vote on that if you haven't already, again, in the YouTube community tab or in the Discord. Now let's get back to this video. So if you watch the offseason video, you know we made some good moves. The main acquisition that we were able to acquire was this blockbuster trade, kind of, if you will. It was the rookie Rocco Zakarski, Tijan Salon, the high potential power forward out of France, and our first round pick in a couple years for Herbert Jones. So he is starting for us at the shooting guard spot over Dalton Connect, who won Rookie of the Year last year. This is our rotation. I also saw that I had Ulrich Chomchi misspelled. It was supposed to be Chomchi, not Kamchi. So that's fixed. And then I also made some adjustments as far as player likeness, making sure everyone's wearing white with the road uniforms. Little stuff, I'm doing the little things. Don't mention it. It's just what I do. And Greg Winston got a new look as well. Got a new haircut, as did I. So we're matching that. But I have been saving up these coaching credits to potentially bring in a free agent. Now, who is it going to be? I don't know. Basically, if we want to offer a 1-year deal, it's however many credits we have. That's how many we can offer for a 1-year deal. So if we want to bring in somebody like TJ McConnell, Duncan Robinson, Dario Saric, Karis LeVert, D'Angelo Russell, there's a lot of good, free agents here. I don't plan on really micromanaging this team too much. I want to progress, maybe let's go to day 11. We'll go 10 games in. And we'll look at some trades that happen around the league. We'll see how this team fares. We have an injury to Brandon Ingram. I was expecting something like that. So he has a strained MCL and reevaluated day to day. So they're going to end up covering that. It's a 4-game injury. Herb Jones has an upgrade. We will go ahead and upgrade his three-pointer and upgrade his layup and his dribbling. So he's very close to being a maxed out 4-star player. And then we're going to bump up some of the bench a little bit just to kind of mitigate this injury for us. We're going to go past this point. Hopefully he comes back nice and healthy. We don't lose too many games. We're currently 1-6 at the moment. Okay. We're 5-12. So we have new trade offers as well. And it is Kobe Buffkin for John Collins, a reuniting of a former Hawk, now on a huge contract still, $25 million for a year. Does that help this team out? Probably not. Although, AJ Griffin for Ochai Agbaji, that's actually a pretty good trade. Now, AJ Griffin, it doesn't show our players' contracts, which is kind of frustrating. Jeremy Grant for Kobe Buffkin straight up. What the hell is the Portland Trailblazers cooking right now? What are they working with? Terry Rozier, AJ Griffin, Salty Aldama, no, I'm good. Jared Vanderbilt, man, Kobe Buffkin's got a lot of trade value. What the hell? Trace Jackson Davis straight up. That's actually kind of intriguing. AJ Griffin for Cam Johnson. Don't mind that at all. It's a big contract to take on, but we've got a decent amount of salary cap that leave us with 14 mil. Jeremy Grant, probably a better player overall than Cam Johnson, but a little bit younger. That's AJ Griffin, and this is for Kobe Buffkin. So we could theoretically bring them both in. I'm not going to. I'm going to think about this, though. I'm definitely going to think about it. I like having the ability to get trade offers now. That's just something that's very nice, as it really makes the world around us feel alive. All right, I adjusted the minutes ever so slightly. It's not exactly what it was, but the thing is, if we look at these trade offers, we have a bit of an issue. I'm looking at these minutes. AJ Griffin, he's a good player. He's developed pretty well. Jordan Hawkins, I'd like to get some minutes for, and then Dalton Connect. We've got too many guard forwards. I feel like we've had this issue for so long. They're just there. They're just some bodies. And also Bruno Fernando, not getting any PT at the moment. He's a fine player. He's a good role player. And we have a couple players in the wings, Caleb Foster, Carter Knox at the guard forward spot. So I'm okay with dealing somebody. I think if we were to get rid of Kobe Buffkin, we'd probably just bring in somebody like TJ McConnell, who's still here. We could bring back Jose Alvarado. We know what he is as a backup point guard. He's fine. Okay, Kobe Buffkin, who I think has some promise. He has not developed into what he probably could be at his peak. Clearly has a half-star left. But for Jeremy Grant on a 2-year contract, it's going to be quite a bit of money we're taking on. Portland's trying to move off this contract. I say, you know what? We'll take it. We will take it straight up. And at that point, I think I'm just going to keep AJ Griffin. I don't want to make too many other moves. So this Jeremy Grant signing is going to not only provide us some injury, mitigation, as he can start again at the 3 or the 4 in case of Brandon Ingram or Jalen Johnson in case they go down. He's currently averaging 17 points, 4 rebounds, almost an assist per night, probably decent steals if I had to imagine. Yeah, 1.3 steals. And it's a very small sample size, 12 games, 12 mil over 2. We completely max out our salary cap and say, yeah, we're going all in. He accepts. Okay, so TJ McConnell, our backup point guard. We basically replaced Kobe Buffkin with TJ McConnell. Again, we had this idea in mind to begin with before we even got this started. Now, how many minutes is he going to get? Probably not a lot. It's definitely going to spread these bench minutes out quite a bit, but at the same time, too, this is a good move for us for injury mitigation. I upgraded facilities for development and for analytics. Not to the arena to gain more coins, and not to the medical at all, because again, going from advanced to world class is a completely different ball game, and I'd rather not go to 150 for 10% when I can go 250 for 25. All right, here are the minutes moving forward. It's going to be Trae Young getting 36 minutes a night, Brandon Ingram and Jalen Johnson 34. And then as we get to the bench, Jeremy Grant 10 minutes, Dalton Connect, Donovan Clingan both getting 16 minutes a night. TJ McConnell, AJ Griffin, Jordan Hawkins. I'm really hoping that AJ Griffin or Jordan Hawkins, somebody either just plays well in those very limited minutes. I don't really know. I guess somebody might get injured. I hate to see that happen. We are currently the 6th best offense, 8th best defense, 5th overall. So let's try to even up this record a little bit. We're currently a couple of games under 500. I'm expecting to see some injuries as a player is injured. It's Jalen Johnson. He is day-to-day. Is a 5-game injury. Can we just maybe let the simulation handle that? I don't really know if I have to adjust that. New trade offers. Got one offer. It's Jordan Hawkins for Tamari Camera. Straight up. 2-year, $2 million. He's still on his rookie contract, Jordan Hawkins. I'd rather hold on to him. Jordan Hawkins for Marcus Sasser. I actually don't mind that. I think Marcus Sasser has better playmaking ability. But again, we will hold on. We have a 4-game injury for Jeremy Grant and for Jalen Johnson. So he's still been playing through injury. We do not need that to happen. We could easily have Jeremy Grant come in. But now Jeremy Grant's injured. So we have to figure this out. Yeah, so the computer wants me to have Ulrich Chomchi playing all 48 minutes. Unfortunately, not going to happen for you guys. Sorry. Our team might not be best suited for that, and they want Dalton Connect to play all 24 minutes. We're not having that happen, okay? This is an important stretch. We've got to make sure we make these minutes right, because we have a 4-game stretch where we're going to have Jalen Johnson and Jeremy Grant both out. And I don't know if you guys are fans of this, but I expect these episodes, now that we've really got a solid team going, to be a lot quicker down the line. We're hopefully just trying to make it to the playoffs. The little intricacies matter as far as the season goes and the micro progressions for different players, but at the end of the day, we're trying to get to the playoffs, as Jordan Hawkins has an upgrade to his layup. He is very close to being maxed out to his 3.5-star potential, which I also did change. These rosters have been tweaked a little bit since, I started this series 2 months ago. I definitely gave Jordan Hawkins a 4-star potential, just because he got good size. He's got the winning mindset out of UConn. He can stretch the floor very, very nicely. He's 6'5", 200 pounds. He can play the 1-2. He can play the 3, really. Trae Young got to go full backpack mode for these next 4 games. We're going to go ahead and simulate. We'll probably be, hopefully at this point, I'm hoping to see maybe 15-9, something like that. 14-11. It's okay. Everyone's back and healthy now, so that's perfect. Let's go ahead and look at some of these transactions around the league. We've got Kobe Buffkin getting traded to Houston for Yves Missi. Drake Powell for Delano Banton. Keontae George for Jamal Shed and a 1st-round pick. Robert Williams for Jared Vanderbilt straight up. DiVincenzo for Calais Ware. Bam Adebayo for Max Strus and a 1st. So Cleveland picks up Bam Adebayo. Do they not have enough centers? They don't want to start Bam Adebayo at the power forward, even though that would be an absolutely disgusting starting 5. Their bench is pretty barren. It's pretty bad. Not a lot of scoring off that bench. Jalen Bridges, Chris Murray, Craig Porter Jr. I mean, who's putting up any buckets after their starting 5? No idea. Gonna go to day 35 here, and we already have an injury. God damn it. What are we gonna do? Trae Young? Now TJ McConnell's out. Okay, we can't have both of our point guards being out. You know what? No. I think Dalton Connect has earned a chance to maybe start at the point guard spot. Can we beat the Detroit Pistons? They are currently just 500, and we do. Brandon Ingram scores 26. 5-5, Jalen Red 18-10, and Dalton Connect at the point guard, 8 points, 6 rebounds, not bad. And Trae Young is finally back from his injury. He's averaging 27, 4, and 12. We are 19-12. We're on a bit of a hot streak. We have won our last 4 games against Detroit, Dallas, Indianapolis, and then Philly again. So this is good for us. I feel like we're kind of getting a little bit of the ball rolling. We're currently the 4th best team in the entire league. We're the 2nd best team in the East, right behind Orlando, who is Gonna be a very tough team. That's right. They signed Jalen Brunson. They have Clint Capella, Wendell Carter. God, their bench is so good. They're like 9 deep. Markelle Fultz. That's a really tough team. That's a really tough team. Oh my God, they have the best defense in the league. Through 40 games, we are currently 24-16 as Jared Vanderbilt gets traded for Johnny Furphy. Look at all these trades. I love to see it. Just feeling lively, you know. Stephon Castle for Kobe Buffkin. Oh man, I wish I would have known that was his going price. How many times has Kobe Buffkin been traded? That just said he was traded for Jaden Hardy to the Wizards. So Kobe Buffkin, if we can find him, what team is he currently on at this point? Luka is currently injured right now. He has a broken wrist. So Kobe Buffkin is starting right now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. In the 2026 season, he went from Atlanta to Portland, Portland to Houston, Houston to Washington, Washington to Dallas. That has to be the most movement I've ever seen for a single player ever. I mean, it's got to be up there, if not like the record. And our division is pretty top heavy. It's going to be Charlotte definitely making a run up. Trey Mann playing at the 2, Miles Bridges at the 4, and then all of their young superstars just developing very well. Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, obviously, who's almost leading the league in assists. But we need to continue to make a good run here, because if we can be at least 12 to 15 games over 500 going to the All-Star break, I think we can really reevaluate this team. And barring any long-term injuries, I think we can make a really good run in the playoffs. Something that Quality Games has talked about as a potential update is having like a base lineup set. So you basically set it, and then as soon as your players, you know, get injured, it changes it for you. But as soon as everybody's back healthy in the lineup, it goes back to that base lineup overall. I think that's going to be an amazing addition. So that way you can kind of stop having to, you know, micromanage a team as much as injuries happen, since you can't turn injuries off in franchise mode. You can in commissioner mode, but not in franchise, which is fine. But for rebuild's sake, I like to not have injuries sometimes, so you can see a team's full potential. And that'll probably end up coming with all of the, you know, coaching tendencies that they're planning on adding. Like currently, they removed the ability to have all these free agent coaches where it used to be down in the bottom left. They're working on the coaching. I think it's going to be a good addition overall as we take on the Los Angeles Lakers. This will be the game that I actually hop into, I think. We're going to go ahead and simulate to the fourth quarter here. We're at home. Brandon Ingram has 28. We increased his minutes quite a bit. Trae Young has 33. And we are definitely going to end up winning this matchup. I think I still will hop in just for a little fun. And the yellow on white was not the jersey combo that we were looking for, as Trae Young, with a very crafty finish, gets the layup to go up and in. He's got 38 points. 5 for 7 from downtown. He's got a double-double. And Jalen Johnson on the ground. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's my fault for reaching in. You guys have said that in the comments before. Hey, stop reaching. You won't fall on the ground. Listen, I'm going to keep reaching, and I'm going to keep complaining that they fall on the ground, because you know what? We need better defenders. As look at that. Nick Claxton blowing by former DPOY. Herb Jones, show us why we picked you up. Look at the defense. And look at the defense. Absolutely insane. We got a fast break, and you know what? Trae Young's pulling up from 3. He misses it. That's fine. You know, we're just trying to stat pad a little bit. Trae Young pokes it, and what a disgusting combination of events at that point. Can we not turn the ball over? Nick Claxton just okay. We're out of bounds again. Everyone's getting steals, which is great and all. And then the rim blocks him. Okay, let's just regroup a little bit. This is really sloppy basketball. And Herb Jones runs right by Dante DiVincenzo's little ass. He says, you know what, if you're not going to keep up with me, I'm going to go ahead and just hop up by the rim. Oh, yeah, you're in the clamps. You're in the clamps, buddy. You don't want to be... Oh, they were going to hop out of this game. Just a little sneak peek of what's to come. We end up blowing them out by almost 20 points. Trae Young drops 45 and 12. Brandon Ingram, 36 points. And we are starting them quite a lot of minutes overall. So that's expected at this point. We're going to go ahead and simulate to this Heat matchup. They are 11 and 29. Hopefully everybody stays healthy for us over this 10-game stretch. We're 25 and 16. Brandon Ingram does get injured. We're going to continue to sim, and we go 30 and 20. So we dropped a couple games. We were about 500 over that stretch. We had to play Dallas, Brooklyn, New Orleans, Toronto, Chicago. I mean, those are not really hard teams. I don't know how we're losing. Emmanuel quickly dropped 41 against us. Kind of embarrassing Bulls squad. We don't even score 100 points. Trae Young dropped 14. Oh my God. No, say it ain't so. Brandon Ingram, please don't do this to me. Please, no. 34 games missed. He's going to not be an all-star. Torn Achilles. Oh my God, no. Why? Why is this happening? I'm so glad that we traded for Jeremy Grant. But torn Achilles is absolutely brutal. That's just about as bad as it gets. I mean, there's the longer-term injuries in this game. But as far as the name, like the sound of a torn Achilles is pretty much pretty much as bad as it gets. Orlando's 36-13. We are still ever so slightly right there. We're the 8th best team in the league. Okay, this is AJ Griffin and Jordan Hawkins' moment to get a little bit more minutes and see if they can do anything with it. I mean, we're having to go a little bit deep here. We're running our starters, I wouldn't say into the ground. Trae Young should be fine, but he's definitely trying to make an all-star case for a starter at this point. He's averaging 26.5, 11.5 against the Miami Heat, who are down bad. We beat them by 3 points. Max Strus is their best player for the game. We have 22 assists from Trae Young, and that is an all-time league record. He just broke his own record. Now we take on the Memphis Grizzlies, who are 26 and 26 now at this point, as Trae Young drops 35 and 10, and we end up losing. AJ Griffin scoring very well off the bench. Sacramento, who is one game better than us with a few less losses, loses to us. Trae Young again has 22 assists. Sabonis goes 29 and 11. We need one more game, and it's against Miami for Jalen Johnson to come back, and we beat Miami into the dirt, 38-14. Now Herb Jones is injured. Okay, what are we gonna do? Jalen Johnson comes back. We're only like 4 games away from the All-Star break, as Trae Young has the #1 votes lead for guards, Tobias Harris, and a first for Duop Reith. What the fuck is happening? Philly gave away a first. They're trying to get off that contract that bad. Jose Alvarado gets signed and traded. Kevin Porter Jr. is back in the league. It's not good for any ladies out there or anybody that has morals, I guess. We're actually going to hop into this one. We're going to live sim to the 4th quarter. We're at home again. Jordan Hawkins defensive rebound, down by 19 points with 4 minutes left. We're going to be trying. We're going to absolutely try to orchestrate something. Little pick and roll here. Trae Young at the top of the key. Launches it. It's cash. Also, I realize my buttons are in the way. I play with buttons when I'm not recording, just to practice where the buttons are at. But they're in the way for you guys, so we're not going to have that happen. And Trae Young's on the ground. Okay, De'Aaron Fox is just flying in the sky like a fucking helicopter. Okay, nice job. Dalton Connect from the wing. Knock it down from the corner. He does. The second year, rookie of the year. Knocks down the Trae. He's 3 for 5 from downtown. Trae Young, please get up. That 3 is off. Sabonis tries to get the rebound, but Donovan Clingan snatches it out of his grubby little hands. Oh my God, De'Aaron Fox is about to literally fall over. Trae Young, layup falls behind the backboard. That's fine. That one's going to be risky. It's off. That's better. It's not. We missed that one too. I felt like that one wasn't great, but it was definitely better. If we're going to have any chance, we have to stop the bleeding right here, right now. De'Aaron Fox only has 8 points, but he wants to score when he's playing against me. You know what? You take over. You haven't had the ball much today. Show me the vet moves. Actually, Caleb Foster, the rookie from downtown. Can he knock open the wide open 3? Nope. Out of bounds by Sacramento. We'll take it. A full shot clock on the shot clock. I guess you could say. Trae Young, 3-pointer is absolute cash. That's how we're going to come back in this game. He's got 30 points. Caleb Foster, I don't want the ball in your hands, although you're kind of cooking a little bit, causing some serious pressure. Dalton Connect from way downtown. He rattles down a 3. We don't have Herb Jones to get any stops for us, as Dalton Connect, feisty defense. They're going to pull up a 3. That's not the look, and that's in. Keegan Murray, very good 3-point shooter, as we know. One of the best. Pick and roll. I don't care if you're tired, Jeremy. Get in your position, please. And the ball got stolen. Okay, this game is absolutely over. Trae Young wiggles his way down, and he misses the layup. This game is absolutely cooked. I'm backing out. We are done here. Quick sim the rest of it. And we lose by 11 points. Jesus fucking Christ. 28 weeks, 28 games for Trae Young. Is that going to eliminate him from being in the All-Star? What happened? We literally played until like the last minute. He tore his MCL. There was like 40 seconds. Our 2 best players are injured for 30-plus games. And the fact that they're even coming back in at all right before the All-Star break, the fact that they're even going to be able to make a comeback at all is pretty insane. Modern technology and medicine. As Domantas Sabonis, get the fuck off my screen, please. I don't want to see you right now. I don't really know what we're going to do. You guys let me know in the comments what we should do. Clearly, we can't really make any moves. We could sign some free agents, I guess. Give you something to chew on here. Free agents available. Dario Saric. That doesn't really help us. We have an injury to our small forward, injury to our point guard. I guess we could get Dario Saric or Kelly Olynyk to play some power forward and then move Jalen Johnson to the 3. Our players are going to have to step up. That's really what it is. I think we got the guys in-house. But this is just brutal. This is absolutely brutal. The injuries with the update, that's just, they're tougher. And so that's just what it is, I guess. I don't really know. I guess I will see you in the next one when we make a push to the All-Star break. Probably push to the end of the season in the next episode, or at least close to it. If you liked the video, be sure to like the video and then subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.